So tonight Jake Paul is gonna fight Mike Tyson. And I saw so many people saying that they actually think that Mike Tyson is gonna win. If you even think that Mike Tyson stands a chance against Jake Paul, that's already kind of stupid. But the fact that so many people think that Mike Tyson is going to win and that Mike Tyson is going to knock Jake Paul out, it's like, I don't want to be too mean, but all I'm gonna say is that you people are literally the reason why Jake Paul makes so much money from these boring garbage boxing events. I feel like I have watched the majority of Jake Paul's events. Actually, I think I've watched the majority of influencer boxing matches, influencer boxing events, but I never paid for any of them. And I think basically everyone agrees with me when I say that, yeah, the majority of these events were not interesting. They were not worth the money. They were definitely not worth the time. They were basically all disappointments. And yet somehow every single time, or at least almost every single time, when KSI or when Jake Paul organizes a new boxing event, all of a sudden I see so many people being hyped. I see so many people wanting to watch what's gonna happen. And I do understand why. I mean, honestly, I'm kinda curious to see what's gonna happen as well. But the difference is, I'm not gonna fall for it again and actually watch this event live. I'm not gonna ruin my sleep schedule just to watch these two fight. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and see all the highlights of a match for free on Twitter. So I'm predicting this now. If you think that Mike Tyson is gonna knock Jake Paul out, you will be very disappointed. If you think Mike Tyson is even gonna win, you will be very disappointed. There is just absolutely no way that a 60-year-old Mike Tyson that has not had an actual boxing match in what, decades? I know that he had a fight like a few years ago, but that one really doesn't count. Mike Tyson has not had an actual boxing match in decades, and there's a good reason for it. This guy is old. This guy is in his 60s. It's like you can't, a 60-year-old man cannot fight, cannot beat an active 27-year-old boxer that is on performance-enhancing drugs. I mean, I'm sure that Mike Tyson is also taking testosterone and probably growth hormone right now during this fight as well. But still, the age difference and the fact that Mike Tyson has not had an actual fight in so many years is a huge disadvantage. There's just no way that Mike Tyson is gonna win. He's gonna get beat. As I said, there's a very good chance that Mike Tyson is gonna get knocked out. And it's not gonna be impressive. It's not gonna be an impressive win for Jake Paul. I'm sorry, but a 27-year-old beating a 60-year-old is just not impressive at all. If Mike Tyson was in his prime, yeah, then that would be a different story. But because he's so old, there's just no way he doesn't stand a chance. It's like I see people still saying that Jake Paul is just a YouTuber, he's just an influencer, he's not a boxer. Dog. Jake Paul has been fighting consistently for what, 7 years? More than 7 years now? At this point, you can't really say that this guy is just a YouTuber or this guy is just an influencer when I don't even think that this guy makes content anymore. The only thing that I see from Jake Paul is the fact that he organizes boxing events. I'm sure that he does make some videos, but I don't think I've ever seen any of them. I don't know. I honestly have no idea if he does actually make videos. I'm assuming that he does because why wouldn't he? But yeah, I don't really see any of Jake Paul's videos anymore. I only see his boxing events. So yeah, after all of these years of him consistently organizing these boxing matches and fighting and training, it's like, to say that this guy isn't a boxer just doesn't make sense. So yeah, Jake Paul is definitely gonna win this fight. Honestly, I don't think Jake Paul would have taken this fight if he wasn't confident that he was gonna win. I feel like at this point, Jake Paul specifically chooses opponents that he knows he's gonna beat and he knows will make him look good, so that he can brag in the future about his accomplishments when, realistically speaking, his accomplishments, I mean, overall what he did is impressive, all the money, all the fame, it's impressive, but when you look at his fight record, he does have some pretty good wins, but overall, it's really not that impressive. Every single one of Jake Paul's opponents were either YouTubers or retired UFC fighters. The only time when he actually fought a boxer his age, from my knowledge, was Tommy Fury, and he literally lost that fight, so I don't know, it's like, his fight record really isn't very impressive.